Hey, Steve.
Cool.
I have been called the marriage pusher, the single woman whisperer, and I'm starting to get a lot of pushback from my single girlfriends. They're still caught up into the hot girl summer, the independent woman, and I keep telling them it's a trick. Like, don't fall for it.
Yeah.
I tell them all the time, like, marriage is the best thing that has ever happened to me.
Yeah.
And so my question is, am I wrong for pushing marriage?
Well, I mean, no. Really tell you the truth, most people want that. But if they can't find it, they have things like this, hot summers and, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. If you ain't married, might as well enjoy yourself when you can. Ain't nothing wrong with a girl's trip and go out and have your little time and all like this. But at the end of the day, everybody want to be somebody.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, man.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the coldest players out there. I'm talking about, man, them dudes was embarrassing. Eventually, I don't care who you are. You reach a certain age, you start thinking about going to the tape with somebody. You start thinking about your life in terms of longevity. You start looking at that, man. And you got to quit being a player. If you think about it, man, like an old horse. You ever seen an old horse out in the field? You ever been driving down the road and seen an old horse? You know how they had a little dip in their back and their stomach be almost on the grass? But if you see them young horses out in the field, they be back there pouncing, ran up and everything, and they running across the field, chasing each other, eating grass. They look good. An old horse don't look good in the field. You know why? Because it's time for his ass to come on in the barn. It's time to come in the barn. It's time to have some, because they got oats in the barn. They got people that wash you in the barn and stuff like that. And the older you get, playing the field just ain't it no more. Your girls know that, but in the meantime, they just ain't found nobody.
And I have a major violator here. And every time we talk, I'm always saying, settle down. I'm not worried violator. My girlfriend is with me.
Oh.
And I didn't want to call her out, Steve, but
you
I
sure did. Don't you? Ooh, I sure don't want to be in the car when y'all riding that home.
But I knew she would listen to you.
I mean, look, I don't have to tell her that she'd like to be somebody, because who don't? Yeah. Everybody want to be special to somebody, man. Every woman wants a man to look at her like she the only woman in the world. Yeah. Every woman would love for a man to prop up on the pedestal and treat her like a queen. Yeah. Every man, every real man, eventually gonna want to be king of the castle. Because that player thing, that don't work. Because you got to get to the tape. Eventually you got to look at your life in terms of that. Like, I'm 64 years old. I already know I've lived longer than I got left. So now I got 40 years left. I already know that. God gonna let me live to 104, and then it's over with. I got 40 more years. But I have selected who I've decided that I'm gonna go to the tape with. Now I ain't finna do nothing to jeopardize that. I see fine women all the time, but you ain't Marjorie though. Now there's one dude told me, but man, you think your woman the finest woman in the world? To me, because guess what? She the finest one I could get. Everybody wants somebody. She wants somebody. She just ain't met Mr. Right. If Mr. Right came along, she'd drop y'all like a hot potato. Okay. That'd be her last happy hour. Girl, we going down here. Bye. And that's the truth. And that's the truth with a man, too. You can talk that player stuff all you want. But somebody's daughter gonna come along. And I'm gonna tell you right now, she gonna be the one. And all this you doing, you gonna shut all that down. Ain't nobody gonna have to ask you or nothing. You gonna shut it down. It happened to every man I know. I don't know no old dumbass players. Not me, they out there, but I don't know no. You can't be my friend. Because first of all, I ain't even got no single friends. I belong to somebody. And one lady took offense. I said, Marjorie belongs to me. She said, excuse me, what did you say? I said, Marjorie belongs to me. She said, well, I take offense to that. You're talking about this woman like she's a piece of property. I said, whoa. Let me put your mind at ease. I belong to her. I'm hers. I belong to her. That's me and Marjorie deal. You feel how you want to feel about that. She mine. But guess what? I'm hers. I belong to her. I answer to her. She the only person on earth can make me do anything. Only person. My mom and daddy could, but they gone. Marjorie is the only person who can make me do something. When they have trouble with me on the set, my assistant called my wife. Miss Harvey, he on one today. Put him on the phone. Steve, what you doing up there? I ain't doing the what, baby? They said you cussed 3 people out. Who the said I cussed somebody out? My wife said, stop it right now. Be nice to people. All right, baby. Do what I want to. I like it like that. If you had the right man come along, you love to be happy. Mm-hmm. See that?
Thank you.
You're doing the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you.